Today I'm going down to my local dealer to get my new bike. As I get down to my local dealer, the guys in the workshop has already started finishing my bike. The bike needs to be assembled and registered before I can ride it on the street. And who other than my favorite salesman gets the honor to roll the bike off the showroom floor? This is my brand new Yamaha Tenere 700 Rally. So now the only thing left is to run you through some of the upgrades I've done to the bike. And I think I'm going to start just in the front so you keep remember everything. I've changed to the Dunlop tires, the Trailmax Raid, because the original tires lack a little bit of confidence in on the gravel, at least for me. Yes, I got to ride them in Morocco, and I do think it's more me than the tire fault, but I think it's much more important to have good tires that you actually trust than keep on riding with the tires you're not really confident with. The second thing is the headlight protector. This is the original Yamaha headlight protector. I think the new design looks really nice. In the front here I've mounted the mobile mount from Peak Design with quick charge. I had that on my old bike as well. I use it for my mobile phone and my drone controller. No, it does not charge my drone controller, but it charges my mobile phone quite good. I changed my clutch and brake lever to 2-finger clutch and brake lever from Wild at Heart. This is the only 2-finger clutch and brake that does not pinch my fingers. I've This one I had on my old bike, so I just swapped them over. My navigational system is the DMD2, also from my old bike. Really easy to mount, and I really love that they have stiffened up the dashboard area, so you don't need a stabilizer on the rod where the navigational system is mounted. But keep in mind, I do have mine tilted downward so it rests on top of the TFT display, so that also will probably take away some of the vibration. Yes. I mounted a quick shift from Yamaha, and I have to say this is probably the least important thing you need to have, but the most fun thing you can have. I really forgot how nice it is to have quick shift. There are probably a lot of controversial opinions around quick shift, but on the freeway and on some gravel roads I absolutely love it. And the brilliant part is that you can go into the display and you can turn it off either up or down or both. So I think it's a quite good update. Underneath my saddle I've stored some of my tools, and I have some tools in my backpack. I opted for the Perun Moto luggage this time also because I'm so happy with it on my last bike. It's really low key, it doesn't leave a big footprint on the bike. I think the design looks really well with the bike, and it works really well with my Reckless 80. I'm not gonna bother to mount a TailTidy. The exhaust, I went for the Akrapovic Tenere original Yamaha pipe. I know it's really expensive, but with the new Euro 5 plus regulations and everything down in Europe and whatnot, I think I'd rather spend a little bit extra money for nice sound on a pipe that is actually meant for this bike. I'm not sure how picky they are around, but I know they are getting more picky about this in Norway, and I've heard rumors down in Europe as well. The most important upgrade I have done to the bike is without a doubt my TwinPegs. These are absolutely brilliant when I'm stand-up riding, and it gives me much more control. I can highly recommend it for everyone. It is a really great upgrade to the bike. I also opted for the Yamaha pads on the side of the bike. I'm not sure if it's protection or what it is, but it works really well when I stand up riding. It doesn't become so slippery against the bike. I feel I have more grip with my knees inside towards the tank, and yeah. There's also a little thing with the new USB-C charging mount on the dashboard. Makes it possible now to charge my drone batteries straight from the bike. I don't need an extra outlet for that. So it charged with over 60 watts, and that is also a really convenient thing to have. A good friend of mine, Ingvar, has made these tie-down brackets I will ride around with this season and see how well they would work. Thank you, Ingvar. Aside from that, I think I'm gonna just keep the bike as stock as possible. I'm not gonna do too much more on it, I think. The handguards and the mirrors, I will probably change to a different brand if they break or when they break. It's just plastic, so there's not much protection here. But since I'm riding with the two-finger clutch and brake, I'm not that concerned that my levers will break if I have a fall. And I got a question from you guys about the rear brake on the new model, if they have fixed it. And I'm not sure. I think it's easier. I do think it's easier to modulate the brake on this model. Maybe it's just placebo, or I'm not quite sure. I don't feel it's necessary to upgrade with the Camel ADV rear brake fix, or what it's called. It works quite well. I've not ridden a lot of gravel yet. I'm still riding it in. I think I have 800 kilometers on the bike now. I'm gonna have first surveys over the weekend. But yeah, I need to ride it more before I see if I would need to do anything with the rear brake. Yeah, I think that covers it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment below and I will try to answer them the best I can. Now it's just for me to back my bike into the tool shed, spend the rest of the day at the cabin and just relax. Tomorrow gonna be a new day and I can't wait for the first survey so I can go on a proper camping trip again. But yeah, more of that in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, stay safe. I'll see you in the next one.